No, this isn't weird for me. It's not as I think. I feel like. Do you want to know the story in my head? We're still doing this, by the way. I'm not even entertaining the idea of talking to anyone else anymore. Not even the Jews. I'm not gonna just. Okay. I have this idea. Do you want to be my manager? I'm not saying, like, listen, they ain't nobody banging at my door trying to talk to me yet. But if God's telling me the truth about you, He's definitely sure as fuck telling me the truth about me. He's been telling me that everything that is happening in my life right now is all the things that He told me was going to happen when I was a kid. I mean, granted, not with like fucking precision, pinpoint accuracy, but to the point where I could see things and go, oh shit, I remember that conversation. This is awkward. Oh, my mom's getting dressed up for Halloween. Happy Halloween, by the way. Do you like to go trick-or-treating? I'm a little pissed off. This is the 7th year I didn't get to go trick-or-treating. I'm getting really annoyed by it. Perfectly honest. Head up. I love candy. Well, why don't you go? I want to go with somebody. That's why. Trick-or-treating is not like a thing that you do by yourself. It's like a group activity. Yeah, Salem would be fun at this time. You never been to Salem? I went there. I fucking loved it there. I had a lot of fun. You know, I would have had a lot more fun. I would have had a lot more fun if I had the right. If I wasn't with who I went with. Because I went with my friend Michael, and that dude, I mean, he's cool, but he don't go to the places I go to, if that makes sense. Like, he can't see it. So going to a place like that with him, it was cool. I had a lot of fun. It was like a bestie. It was like a BFF date. We only went for like fucking like 2 days, I think. Well, you know, it was actually cool how it happened. Because I was working through like Mia Magic's programs, or classes, programs. Hey man. You know everybody. Yeah. I don't know who that was though. I don't think so. Yeah, but we went through Witch School 1, which is like 6 weeks long. I mean, short things. It was like 15, 20 minutes, sometimes an hour long video for the week. And you just kind of work on that particular area. Like what? See, what did we do? What did we do in the first weeks? We learned about like things like divination and color. How certain feelings and ideas are transmitted through color. There's a divination. A little bit of astrology. Now, Mia Magic, she ain't no astrologer. She'll say that too. She ain't no astrologer, but like basic stuff. And candle magic, like little tiny things, like little introductory bite-sized morsels of stuff. And what was fucking awesome about that is I still got there. I had a dream about them last night. Thank you. But in my room, there's 2 votive candles, and it was actually, I think it was week 3 or 4 of witch school. I went out here to Burt's Grove, and I found those votive candles in the woods. They were just fucking sitting there. They were just on the trail. So, and the timing was perfect because it was a 6-week course, right? On week 6, the idea was we were going to do a ritual. And mind you, it was pre-recorded. She had already recorded all these classes like months before. So when I was doing it, it was just the pre-recorded stuff. But now the interesting thing is synchronistically, because I love when shit like this happens. I happened to start it. I started it just in time because like the week 6 course when she originally recorded it was on like a new moon. So when I started it, it just happened to be that I started it on the week where week 6 would fall on a new moon. It's fucking dope. I love when stuff like that happens. But that's what we did our first like actual. It was like a kind of a group ritual, right? So those votive candles, they came in handy because when I saw them, I'm like, oh shit, I could use these for the fucking ritual. This is awesome. Perfect. So the ritual was like pretty much anything that you wanted it to be. It was really up to you on how you wanted to like approach it. So mine, I got into this last night in last night's video, but my ritual was mostly, not entirely, but mostly completely a love spell that I was casting on myself towards you, where I wanted. We're tapping into the fucking ancestors, and my intention was, motherfuckers. My intention was to awaken and refine the man in me, so that I could see that I am the perfect man for you, Miss Kim, not any other woman. Fuck. Confirmation. Wouldn't have heard the honk if I didn't leave exactly when I did. So I can get a cigarette. Where are you gonna get a cigarette from? I don't know. You'd be surprised. What was it on, like right after Passover. So that whole time frame, Passover, it takes place in spring. That's the Jewish New Year, by the way. So Passover is one day. But that particular time, there's like 7 weeks. Yeah, 7 weeks worth of activities and celebrations going on. Jews like to party. Yeah, basically. I've been wanting to figure a way in for so long. I used to at one of my old jobs at the first graphic place I worked for, the assistant manager of the graphic department, she was Jewish. She converted to marry a Jew. But I used to know she get all these days off. I'm like, what the fuck? Why? Because she's Jewish. Does she even really believe her? She just convert to marry the dude because he had money. Anyway, I don't have. I know. Maybe she really did love God more than her husband. Love her husband like God. I don't know, but they got divorced. They weren't even married when I got there. Well, who knows? I mean, there's fucking 10. Well, technically, there's 12 lost tribes of Israel. So there's the Israelite DNA in people. I don't know where the fuck they are. I think they were waking up. I think that's what the whole spiritual. You're even aware what a spiritual awakening thing is? We on the same level on that? I remember there was a time when like meeting people who actually knew what that meant. That was like a big deal. Because it's like, fuck, I'm not alone. Oh my God. But what are you listening to today? I'm actually listening to a song on loop. This song makes me think of you. Because you always got that miserable puss on your face. Like you always got this sad face. Christopher and I used to make fun of you. And call you Eeyore. Well, I did it. I started it. Why were you guys talking about me? Because I love talking about you, that's why. Well, I would ask him things like, what kind of men does she like? Does she have a boyfriend? You think she'd be into me? Is she into older men? Why didn't you just ask me? Because how the hell am I going to ask you? I only see you like once a year. You got to remember, like, the first time I saw you was the first time I saw you, and then the next time I saw you wasn't for like another couple months. I used to say, like, I may never see this woman again. I literally, that may have been the last time I ever seen her. Because who the fuck knows if she's ever gonna quit? What if Chris goes to the fucking goddamn store and I'm not in the car? Like, I don't know. You know what used to drive me nuts? What used to piss me off? I actually, believe it or not, after that first time I met you was the first time I was at that store. I went to that store like fucking another 5 or 6 times that year alone. But I think only one other time you were there. It's either Noelle, fuck, why do I always forget her name? Yami. It was either Noelle or Yami, and I'm like, I would go. I'd be pissed off because I don't want to talk to them. I want to talk to Kim. Where the fuck's Kim? I don't think that's weird, by the way. I don't think any of this is weird. I was thinking the other day, I'm fucking walking around thinking about this, and I'm like, let's just say, I had this awesome scenario playing in my head, where, like I don't think anybody, I don't know, like I don't even think my brother like fully grasped it. Like we don't talk about you at all. I don't ask about you, by the way. I don't. I make it a point. I don't ask about you. Especially now that he works there, I refuse to say, how's Kim doing? I mean, there was a day that he was telling me, like I did ask him how the job's going, and he was venting to me about the job. So your name did come up a couple times then, but nothing personal. It was more like work stuff. Like, are you fucking serious? This fucking broad's been there for fucking 12 years. She doesn't get that shit yet? Come on. I told him to start writing you motherfuckers up. Especially that chick Maria. He told me that Maria's got the worst fucking capture rate. I told him, you know what you should do? Make an example out of her. This way the other two get scared. That way everybody knows you fucking mean business. Don't be a fucking pussy. Don't pussyfoot for them. Write that little nigga right the fuck up. The first time she gets a write up, she'll know that you're fucking serious. And if she keeps it up, write her up a fucking second time. And if you gotta fucking fire her, fire her. Short-staffed. Fuck it. Give us a shit. You got no motivation over there. It's like, And that capture rate shit too. That shit drives me nuts. Because, it's like, what's the incentive? Aside from not getting in trouble, not getting written up, what is the actual incentive to have a good capture rate? Because I don't really get it. I mean, I get why the company wants it, but it's like I don't get why it's my problem. Because you're an employee. I know, but that's not my problem. Did you feel me? I'm only here to make money. Just like everybody else. Unless people are actually going to start taking the job seriously. You know what I mean? Like when I didn't feel like anybody took the job seriously. The only reason, like even at the outlet, like the only reason Josie gave a shit about our capture rate is because you're getting a fucking bonus. All right, where's my fucking bonus? Why am I busting my ass so that you can get something out of it? Where's my piece of the pie? Now, mind you, there was the fucking time that he took me out to dinner. Well, he took the whole store out to dinner. And that, I think, if you want my personal opinion, that was for Elizabeth more than me. Because originally it was just supposed to be me and him. Me and him were supposed to go out to dinner. Because I had the top sales. Top sales, top capture rate. I was fucking number one of the associates. But then this girl started. What the hell is her name? Elizabeth? Emily. And then it turned into, all right, we're gonna go out for Derek, but we're also gonna bring Emily. But we're gonna do this for Emily too, like as a welcoming thing. What? And that night, that was a creepy ass night too, because we went to this really good restaurant, and I ended up getting high with Jasenia. Me and Jasenia got high as fuck. So it was kind of weird. Because we're all there, Chris, Josie, and some dude, Mike. They all went out to one of the casinos and were watching racetrack shit or something. I don't really like that guy, Mike. I mean, I don't not like him. I just don't know him. I don't know him like they do. Like, I don't get excited when a guy shows up. It's like, eh, whatever, dude. Plus, I'm not really like, I don't. Few things really stimulate me. But we got really drunk that night. But Chris and Josie, they ended up going to the fucking Borgata, and they brought Emily with her too. And like at this point, I didn't want to. Not that I didn't want to go, but I don't know. I had this sense like go with them, because she was fucking wasted. And I kind of got this sense, like, not that they didn't want me to go, but... Oh, you're coming? That's kind of how I felt it. That's how it felt to me. I could be wrong. My thought was, these two idiots are going to take this fucking girl out, get her fucking wasted, and then one of them's going to try to fuck her. Because she's all fucking loosey-goosey right now. I remember we got there... Oh God, she did like me. I know she liked me. I don't know how she was. I think she was like that with all the guys though. Because even Josie told me one day. He's like, I was working with her the other day, and she told me that I was very intimidating. But she was like a party girl. I didn't like her energy. We went out to dinner once. But I was reading her cards, so that was kind of the stipulation. Is like, I was like, I won't charge you, but you can buy me food, and I'll read your cards for you. How was it? She cried. I mean, she teared up. That's usually the way it works. Every reading I do is a good reading. It's just it depends on how receptive the person is. Why have you never read me? Why have I never read you? Do you want me to make you cry? Well, why haven't I read you? It's because, well, we've never been in a proper setting, you know. You want a reading now? I can do it now. You can be the judge. You can be the judge as if how accurate I am. Because this is personal. This involves me. I already see it. Like, you cannot get me out of your fucking head. You can't stop thinking about me. You got this guy. You definitely got this guy in your head. Like, which is good, actually, because you know what? The way that I'm seeing it is that, like, he probably had you in his head for so long, and he's probably had enough of it. It was like, God, put me in her head the way that she has been in my fucking head, because I can't deal with this shit no more. And the nice thing is, it's like you're still at home, right? You're still at your home in your condo, which means that you got to face all those demons all by yourself, unless you have guests, unless you're entertaining. But I have a sense that, like, you're tired of entertaining people, like you're ready to start settling down, in the sense that, like, you don't like being alone. 2, you definitely don't want to be alone in that place. 3, you've had enough of the appetizer sampler to know that men are all the same. So you're kind of on, what I'd say is, like, you're probably on the borderline of being like, yeah, I'm just gonna write men off. I think I'm just gonna be a lesbian, and that might not be the worst idea. And I'll get to that. I'll get to that when we get to me. I'm gonna give myself a reading too, and you're fighting it though. I don't understand why you're fighting it. You probably don't want to. You want to shit where you eat. You don't want to shit where you eat. Or no. It's a combination of things. That's my boss's brother, manager's brother, coworker's brother. It's completely different. He's not your boss. He's your coworker. And listen. If I have my way, I'm getting you. I'm stealing you from Hugo Boss. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna make you break up with Hugo Boss to come with me. That's my intention. And I believe that you're starting to see that too. Not so much that that's my intention, but that's probably the best option for you, because why the hell does Derek, why is Derek thriving? Why is Derek thriving? I don't understand. How the hell is this fucking idiot always in a good mood? Well, my lord. Thank you, my lord. I love you too. I was not joking, by the way. That's authentic. That's genuine. I love my God. He loves me. And he tells me he only wants the best for me. And, like, he's pointing me at you. So I don't know what to think, because you told me that you're no good for me, but he's telling me that you're the best woman for me. Like there's no woman above you. So I have to. I mean, you're a human, so you have a proclivity for lying, being a lying piece of shit. So I have to trust him over you. Sorry. So I believe your interest is being piqued at this point. Maybe like I'm even hearing this is like, I think he might actually be serious. Did you not think I was serious? Like maybe that makes sense, because when there was a time before this where I was serious, I was like fucking dead ass serious. It just can't. I guess, you know what, maybe that's why we had to get separated for that period of time, so that once we collide back into each other, then it's like, told you so. I told you so. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do? I can't. There's nothing I can do about this. The only thing I can do is just roll with it and trust that my Lord has me on this path for a very specific reason. And the reason that I'm seeing, the reason he's showing me, like, Hashem, why do you have me on this path? To make sweet love to Miss Kim. There you go. Okay. Easy. How? Just keep doing it like you are right now. You're doing a great job. Thank you. See, this is why I don't need you or anybody else to validate me, because I have my Lord who validates me. Right? Right. Thank you. Thank you, my love. So there's nothing, honestly, there's nothing you could do. What I'm sensing is like this fear that like you're gonna fuck something up. I feel that. You're a fuck up. You are a fuck up. You make stupid decisions. Like you spent your whole life making really bad decisions, and like now you're paying for it. And the fucked up thing is, like, the last thing you want to find out, the last thing you really want to find out is that somebody else got me. Oh my God, that would fucking kill you. You might actually kill yourself. You might actually kill yourself if that happened. That's what that. Hey, listen, I'm just saying. I'm not saying this is the way. I'm just saying that this is what's coming through to me. Yeah, you asked me for a reading. Here's a reading. That's what I'm saying. Like you better scoop me up while you can, because listen, ain't nobody coming. I'm gonna tell you that. You can wait till the fucking the last day before the earth fucking blows up. Ain't nobody coming. Ain't nobody coming for me until I'm claimed. Yeah. There was this reading. I like to watch. I watch these YouTube readers from time to time, because they're all like cookie cutter, just like by the books type of shit, and the messages always suck. They're always like very toxic messages. It's always about people who are trying to fuck you over, and it's always the same thing. Someone is regretting the choices that they made with you. It's like, okay. When are we gonna say something positive? I'm watching this chick last night. It's time to piss off all your haters. That's fine, like, okay, but like we're talking about the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over. I get it, I got haters. Whatever. Haters gonna hate, but it's my face they see when they masturbate. Feel me? Don't hate us cause you ain't us. That's how it works. Nigga, go have another peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Make me one too. Hungry. I love peanut butter and jelly, by the way. My favorite peanut butter is Reese's, creamy Reese's. I've only seen it at Walmart. That's the only place I've been able to get it. But sometimes they don't have it. If I can't have Reese's, because Reese's has like a very specific flavor to it. It's not like Jif. I don't like Peter Pan. Like, I fucking cannot stand Peter Pan peanut butter. It's like, it's skeevy. But it's gotta be super chunk. I love creamy peanut butter, I do, but I love chunky peanut butter better. But if I had an option, chunky peanut butter is my favorite. I want to chew my peanut butter. Like that's. It just seems uncivilized to me to not have chunks, giant chunks, super chunks of peanuts in my fucking peanut butter, you know? But if I had a choice, if you put like super chunky Jif next to creamy Reese's peanut butter, I love how you say Reese's. If you put the super chunk Jif next to creamy Reese's, I'm gonna go with the Reese's all day day. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, you could take those Super Crunch. I know I love my Super Crunch, but you can take the Super Crunch and cram it right up your fucking cornhole, because I'm gonna eat the shit. I'm gonna eat the fuck out of that Reese's creamy. Now the real issue comes when it comes down to the jelly, like, because that's some serious shit. First off, take your jelly, throw it right in the fucking trash. Who the fuck? Nobody wants jelly. Jelly, it's like just goop. It's not even goop. It's not goop. It's like, I don't know what the fuck it is. And I sure as fuck, I'll take this to the fucking grave. What? Is that how you say it? Well, what are you trying to say? Well, I'm trying to express just how serious I am about it. Like, I'll take I don't know how to say it. Hashem, how do I say that? You know what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say better than I do. What am I saying? What I'm saying is I don't like grape jelly. I fucking hate grape jelly. Like, it's the worst. I don't like jelly. I don't understand. Like, where does it even come from? It's a solid. It's a soft solid. Even when you can't spread it. Not to mention the fact that it's like, listen. I love grapes. I do. I love grapes so much. If you buy me like a pack of green grapes, like that, like when they're not too big but not too small, but like right when they're the right size, where you bite into them and they crunch. That's like taking a bite out of fucking heaven. That's literally what that is. I'll eat grapes all day, every fucking day, off the fucking vine. I even feed them to my. Love grapes, but what I don't like, and this is fucking dead ass serious. What I don't like are those fucking the purple grapes. That fuck. That's not a grape. It's not a good grape. It's not a green grape. Those green grapes, they got the sour, they got that bitter, they got that goodness going on. Like, what the fuck does a purple grape even do? You make wine out of it, or you make jelly. Grape jelly. Only assholes eat grape jelly. Concord jelly. Fuck that shit. Fuck it. Throw it all in the fucking trash. Because that's where it belongs. That's seriously where grape jelly belongs. Right in the fucking garbage. Fuck out of here. Now, on the flip side, I don't think anyone was smart enough. I don't think anyone has the brain power to consider, hey, why don't we stop making purple grape jelly that tastes like shit and actually make like green grape jelly. That would, and not but you gotta use the good grapes. You can't use the horse shit ones. You can't use the ones that are like fucking looks like, I don't know, what do they look like? They look like unsacked testicles. Like, they look like green bowls. They're either like too watery. They don't have the right crunch to them. It's like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Those are good, but when it comes to the peanut butter and the jelly, like I say I love peanut butter and jelly, but I don't like jelly. And you know, believe it or not, I don't like strawberry jelly. Nope. I like jam. Jam. That's all I want is jam. Because I think only grapes make jelly, right? I don't think I've ever seen. Well, there's mint jelly. Yeah, but you don't put that on a fucking sandwich. I mean, I guess you could. I mean, if you're trying to be an experimental. No, but preferably raspberry jam. Oh my god. Oh my god. I fucking love raspberry jam so much. Did you ever have raspberry? Now check this the fuck out. Raspberry jalapeno jelly. Oh my god, they got it at fucking Mazzio's. It's got, oh fuck, it's like, it's sexual. It's literally, it's like sex in your mouth. It's so good. It's like the equivalent, I know this is like way far off, but it's the equivalent of fucking like wontons, like steamed wontons in garlic sauce. There was a Chinese restaurant by my dad's house that had that specifically. I've never seen it anywhere else. Like I think you can probably get it if you fucking special order it, but the steamed wontons and a garlic sauce, oh my god, so fucking good. Hit that shit with extra spice. Fuck, man. Yeah, your fucking mind. So good. I'll eat the shit out of garlic sauce. I don't give a fuck. I love that stuff. Szechuan. Szechuan beef. Fucking hell. Yo, I had this fucking Chinese restaurant when I was in my condo. There was a Chinese restaurant or a Chinese place that used to deliver to me. They used to make, check this out, right? General Chow's beef. What? The fuck? I thought they only made General Chicken. Yeah. So did I. Until I saw General Chow's beef. What the fuck? You out of your mind? Some of these guys, they like, I don't know. Some of these chefs, they come up with these ideas and it's like, wow, you're really trying to fucking piss me off. Because it's like, what are you getting mad about? I'm getting mad about because I want to put it in my fucking mouth. That's what I'm getting pissed off about. You telling me that this fucking thing exists and I can't eat it? Yeah, I'm gonna be pissed off. Then what the fuck? I just ate 3 fucking eggs. I'm scavenging crumbs. Leftovers. That's what I eat. It's because my family, they can't afford to fucking pay for me. That's why I just gotta eat the scraps. I gotta eat what's left over. Luckily, Christopher went out last night. He brought home some kind of leftovers. But Christopher's the type of person where Christopher won't eat leftovers, which is great. Which is great because he goes and gets these like expensive fucking dinners and he just eats whatever he eats there and then he just lets them sit in the fridge. Now mind you, normally I let them sit I have a 40-hour rule. If there are leftovers in the fridge for 40 hours, they're mine. Fuck that. Having no food, like, and my mom, my mom's on her own fucking diet, man. She eats her own way. Like, she shares her eggs with me. Like every Thursday, she goes to the farm and she gets like 3 fucking dozens of eggs, or 3 cartons of eggs. She fucking eats eggs like a wild person. But I'm the only person that eats the eggs with her. Christopher don't even eat that. Christopher don't eat at the house. Christopher only eats out. Mike doesn't eat. Mike just smokes pot all day. Unless he goes to work. She'll make him dinner, but that's the thing, is like, just because she's making Mike dinner don't mean she's making me dinner. Sometimes I gotta fucking sit in that room. I gotta smell all this fucking good, deliciousness being made in the kitchen. And it's just for him. I fucking hate that. But, I mean, what am I gonna fucking do? Hey, everybody. I know I live in a godless house where nobody believes in God, but as a servant of the Lord, you guys should be providing me. That's what the Bible says. Everybody should be giving me food and donations. Actually, nobody owes me shit because that's just a rule for Jews. I don't even live with Jews. Do you know I'm the only fucking Jew in the family? Do you know how, like, sad that is? I'm the only one. So annoying. No, but you know what? It's not. It's not so annoying. It's not so annoying. I like it. It sets me apart from everybody else. Raspberry jam? Yeah, I didn't forget. I just kind of went off on a tangent because of those goddamn garlic wontons. Do you like to cook? I'd like to be in a position where I can cook more. I want a woman that I can cook for. That's what I'd like to do. You know that one of my ambitions. I used to say this shit to April all the time. I was fucking dead serious. She knows I was serious. I want to be a house husband. I used to tell her all the time, like, wow, nigga, you're working 30 hours a week. You work 30 hours a week. I'm working 60 to 70 hours, 50 to 70 hours a week, depending on the time of year. How about this? Because at first the excuse was, well, Desmond's small and he needs me to get him on the bus, and my father's going to be the only person who gives me the job, that gives me the hours that I need so that I can always get him on the bus on time. All right, but once that nigga can get his ass on the bus by himself, go get a fucking full-time job. This way I can stay home. I don't want to work. I don't want to do this shit. This is horse shit. I hate these people. I gotta take bullshit from people that I can't stand. If anybody talked to me on the fucking street the way these motherfuckers talk to me when I'm clocked in, I would knock their fucking teeth down their fucking throat. And the only thing keeping me from fucking doing it now is the fact that I don't want to get fired because I need the money. I got this little fucking short motherfucker, this short little prick, holding money over my head. That nigga just make me do fucking illegal shit. You tell him, go tell TJ, clock out, fix his mistake, and then he can clock in after he's done. Frank, that's gonna take him like 2 hours. I don't give a shit. Frank, it's illegal. You go do it, or I'll find someone who will do it. Motherfucker. Fucking April, after she got out of fucking rehab, she started going to a counselor, to like a, not a therapist, like in between a therapist and a counselor. Midge. Once I started going with her, and she started analyzing me, and she saw it. She's like, we're talking about my job. She's like, you have battered woman syndrome. Why did she say that to you? Because I was telling her, I'm like, well, Frank fucking loses his shit on me, but it's not that he wants to. He does it because I make him do it. She goes, that's battered woman syndrome. What is happening? What's happening at your job? When she said that to me, I was so embarrassed. I just felt like such a piece of shit. That was Valentine's Day, if I remember correctly. We went out for Valentine's dinner afterwards. There was a really good Mediterranean place. Do you like Mediterranean food? It's like gyros and shit. What's your favorite food? Mine is Chinese and Mexican. I eat Mexican all goddamn day. You know, tonight I might actually make. I'm actually debating if I want to make unleavened bread tonight. You ever have unleavened bread? It's flatbread. It's very basic. It's basic bitch bread is how I call it. Was what I call it. Thank you, Hashem. Oh, Passover, the fucking days of Passover. So, right. So, and that kind of a segue back full circle, right? Just jumping all over the fucking place. Is this what you're just going to talk about food the whole time? Yeah, why? What do you want me to talk about? Want me to talk about sex? Do you want me to talk about touching your thing? Like, I don't know. What do you want me to talk about? That's not where the energy is kind of going right now. Last night we were talking about sex. Last night I was talking about pussies and my penis. No, I was talking about your pussy. No, I wasn't talking about anyone else's. I was talking about yours. If you want to get into the sex talk, we did that yesterday. I'm not saying it's not going to come up again. It's just right now I'm thinking about food and Passover. So Passover's on the 14th day of the first month, which Usually falls. It's usually around March. It's on a full moon, basically. So the first day of Passover, well, it's just one day. Passover's only one fucking day. It's only one day. But after Passover, there's 7 days of, it's called the Festival of Unleavened Bread. Oh, that's right, because I was talking about Natalie and how she married the Jew and converted, right? So we got Passover, and then we have the 7 days of unleavened bread, where you can't eat anything but unleavened bread. For 7 days, you have to eat, that's all you're allowed to eat. It's a challenge. Like, being a Jew, it's all challenges. It's all fun challenges and like, pushing yourself to do past your limits. So the idea is like, so the rules are simple for the Festival of Unleavened Bread, is that, and the whole thing about not leaving, going outside after dark, that's bullshit. That's made up. That's to make them believe. Well, yeah, not really. You can do it if you want to be adventurous. I did it. I went outside because I was tempting the angel of death. I wanted to prove to God that I fear him more than death. The angel of death, his name is Samael. Basically the Satan. He's like, well, it's a long story. So for 7 days, you eat only the unleavened bread. You actually have to throw away all the leavened bread. So what? Leavened bread. Anything with yeast. Unleavened bread, there's no yeast in it. It's just flour, water, and oil. It sounds bland, and salt, obviously. I mean, it sounds like it would be bland, and it can be, but you could. It's easy to spruce that shit up. Throw some garlic powder in there, and even with the dough, like sometimes I like to mix some cheese in there. If we have anything like Cooper cheese, so what I'll do is, right. So I use 2 cups, so I make 8 pieces. So what I'll do is, once I got my little 8 dough balls, I'll flatten them a little bit, roll them out, just a little bit, not too much. And then I'll take the sliced cheese and start pulling it apart and putting it in the dough. And then I'll fold the dough over it. And then I'll roll it out again. This way the cheese is cooked inside the bread. Fucking good. It's really good. But then I like to mix it up too. So for the Festival of Unleavened Bread, it's like I said, it's 7 days of just unleavened bread. Now, mind you, the other one Jews, they got their own rules, they got their own shit. Don't even worry about that. But they do their own thing. They break rules. They break rules because they don't give a fuck. I do things by the book. As close to the book as I can. So I think out of the 7 days, I only ate unleavened bread 5 times. But that was my first time doing it. That was my first Passover, so my first time observing Passover, at least. This year I'd like to. I want to do it right. She would now. The other thing is, do you like lamb? I love lamb. So the first day of Passover, technically, you're supposed to eat lamb. Just, oh my God, in my mouth. I get horny over meat. It's like, it's stimulating. Especially lamb, like when you bite the lamb meat and the lamb meat juices are just dripping on your face. God. I have this dirty fantasy of just having like lamb sex. Not sex with a lamb, but with a woman, a human woman. Where we're naked and we're just like eating greasy, juicy lamb meat with our hands. Not even with the fuck the knife and the fork. I don't need all that. Just the naked lady. Just us in our nakedness. Just clawing at the fucking deliciously cooked and spiced lamb meat. Just the lamb juices. And then once our bellies are full of lamb meat, our bellies are full and our bodies are just glistening with lamb juice. We just make sweet love all night. God, this with the lamb smells and juices. Oh. Ugh. Where's this coming from? I don't know, it's just, my stomach. That's my Yetzer Hara. It's a Yetzer Hara. It's called the evil inclination. It's the Satan that lives within. It's the serpent. Oh my God. That's actually hot. That's too hot. That's like too sexy, I feel like. Are you thinking about it now? Yeah, fuck yeah, I am. I to be perfectly honest, I want to go home and jerk off thinking about that. I want to go home and jerk off thinking about lamb meat sex. Oh my God. Just using the lamb juices as lubricant. Oh God. Well, I mean, so, all right, focus. So technically, that's the thing. You're supposed to, technically, you're supposed to kill your own lamb. Like, I would love to do that. I would love to fucking do that. Is just sacrifice my own lamb and then just chop that little motherfucker up and, like, follow the rules exactly the way that they're supposed to be. Because I want to do it. I'm not against animal sacrifice. I'm really not. Like, you know, like I have all the rules. I got all the rules in the fucking Torah. I know all the rules. Like, I'm learning them. Like, I want a farm with goats, cows, and sheep. Those are the three main. Sheep and ram. And it was fucking, you cut that motherfucker's throat and you just let the blood pour out everywhere. You're not allowed to eat the meat with the blood. You can't eat an animal alive. You can't do like that. You have to pour the blood out like water. Pour it out onto the ground like water. That's the rule. But I want to do burnt offerings, sin offerings, well-being offerings. There's like so many different offerings. There's like so many things that you can do. And I want to experience it. I want to experience it. I read these books. I read the books of Torah, and like I put myself in that position, like to try to imagine what it's like. Because all the fucking pussies in this world, you can't do that. You can't, animal cruelty. It ain't animal cruelty, man. God created the animal so that you could do it. And the idea behind the actual sacrificing of the animal, right? Because we are part animal. What you're doing is, it's symbolic. You're killing off you're killing off that meek little animal within yourself. It's about being not a pussy. And you're not fucking like torturing the animals. That's the thing. It's like, meanwhile, you know, the people who say all that type of shit too, this is the fucking biggest hypocrites in the world too. You motherfuckers and niggas got their goddamn cell phones. Meanwhile, they had fucking little African black children going into cobalt mines with their little fingers mining cobalt so that assholes like you and me can fucking use a cell phone. With impunity. We don't give a fuck about that. Don't worry about the little African boys and girls. No. I'm doing it. I'm God, my Lord. As the high priest. Like, I want to do high priest things. That's what I want to do. Do you know, like Yom Kippur? We just passed Yom Kippur like 2 weeks ago, right? Yom Kippur is supposed to be, there's supposed to be like a fucking big fucking ceremony. A big ritual. A big ritual where I fucking love it. It's so cool. Like, Jews don't do it right. They don't do it right at all. They and they tell all these lies about how you do Yom Kippur. You don't do Yom Kippur that way. That's not the way you do it. The high priest of Israel, it's called the ritual of the scapegoat. I fucking love this. It's so cool. What you need are 2 goats. You need 2 goats, 1 cow, 1 heifer, or no, I'm sorry, a bull, and a sheep, or maybe a lamb. One's a sin offering, one is a burnt offering, and then one is what is it, a Thanksgiving offering? Or maybe it was a meal offering. But what you do is like the burnt offering, you gotta burn it. Like that's what it is. You just fucking just throw it right on the fire. But you have to cut the throat, bleed it, and then you have to dismember it, but in a very specific manner. And then those pieces are then put onto the fire as a burnt offering because the smell. That's what it said. That's the idea. Is that the smell is very pleasing to the Lord. He loves this shit. He loves it. Then you do the same thing with the lamb and the 1 goat. The 1 goat's a sin offering. The goats essentially are always sin offering. You're never. It's very rare. It's very rare that you're making a goat, using it as a goat, as a meal offering. But it does happen. It does happen. Right? But then comes the scapegoat, and this is the fucking part I love. So for the 10 days leading up to Yom Kippur, this is like a redo. It's like a factory reset for everybody. So you just went the whole year being a piece of shit, right? You're just like a dumb fuck. You just transgressions left and right. This is your time to like redeem yourself, be completely redeemed. So basically, it's kind of like in the Christian church where they do the confessionals, right? Where they do confessionals. So you're doing a confession. You're confessing all of your sins to the priests. That's what they're there for. It's to get it off your chest. Like, you have to get it off your chest. It's like, try to imagine all the bullshit and shit that you carry around with you because you don't talk about it. Like, you don't tell anybody about these things. Like, it's just about to get the weight off of you. Yeah, I fucked up. I did this. I did that. Whatever. Yeah, you're forgiven. Daughter, you're forgiven. So now, what happens is then the priests, even the priests, like, listen, the priests, they're human. They're human. They're gonna fuck up too. Everybody fucks up. Everybody does. And this is literally how God's very understanding. And the ritual of the scapegoat, it's even said, like, even the high priest, the guy who's at the fucking tippy top of the food chain, the people, the average citizens, they go to the priest, they confess all their transgressions, you're forgiven. Then the priests, they go to the high priest, and then they have to confess everything to him. And we're talking about like the real fucking scumbag shit too. All the shit that's like, it makes you cringe to think that you even did that. Now this dude, the high priest, now he's carrying around everybody's shit. Everybody's shit. And it says, it's very clear, it says that the high priest is responsible for his own shit, right? Because he's a man, he's a human. Like, he fucks out, he does it. He's responsible for his own shit. He's responsible for his entire family, his sons, daughters, wife, everybody. Past, present, and future. So this dude, his job is literally to take responsibility for everyone else fucking up. But wait, there's more. There's more? Much more. So he's taking on his own guilt. He's taking on the guilt of his family. He's taking on the guilt of his ancestors. But just to add a little extra fuck you, he's got to take on all the guilt of everybody, the entire community, the entirety of Israel. Their guilt, shame, and fear gets put onto this guy's shoulders. Because now the priests are now are telling him all the shit, all the nasty, gnarly shit that they're holding on to. Right? So now we come up to the actual ritual itself. We did all the animal sacrifices, and now we have the fucking scapegoat. This little motherfucker. So, and it has to be done this way. God's very specific that you are not allowed to be doing this shit on your own. You can't be doing that shit. Don't. Because what's going to happen is, if you start doing your own, like, fucking sacrifices, animal sacrifices, burnt offerings and shit, on your terms, you're going to end up catching a demon. Just don't fuck around. Just follow the fucking rules. The reason that there's rules is so that you don't burn yourself. Don't be a fucking idiot. So now what happens is, the goat is presented to the high priest, and what he does is he puts his hand on it like that. Because what we're doing is, this is so cool. He's actually doing energy transfer. He's transferring all of that dirty yuck energy into the goat. So he's putting his hand on it, and he's then confessing all the sin, everything he's holding on to, he's talking about it, and that dirty scumbag feeling is traveling through him into the goat. So what happens to the goat? This is the cool part. This is one of the few rituals where we actually get to play with demons, as per God's instructions. So what happens is, once the goat has received all of that sin, all of that guilt, all that yuck, shame, cringe, a man is chosen. There's a high honor to take part in this ritual. And he takes the goat out of the community, out into the wilderness, and he just lets it go for Azazel. Azazel is one of, like, the high-ranking demons. So the idea is that, like, now this goat that's, like, covered in dripping in sin is just left to go wander the wilderness. Go, get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody wants you no more. Get the fuck out. Now the man who handles the goat, like, he's got to strip down. He can't even come back inside. Like, once you're outside the city borders, you're stay the fuck out. You got to get clean, bruh. Like, he's got to strip his clothes down. He's got to wash his clothes. He's got to wash his body. Like, it's a big fucking deal. And depending on, like, even some of the other rituals too, they're really dope. Like, there's a lot of witchcraft. Like, I can hear it, but I thought witchcraft was, like, illegal. Like, this all sounds like witchcraft. It basically is. It basically is. Well, I try to imagine that this is the opposite of witchcraft. So witchcraft is any kind of, when you don't involve God in it, then it's witchcraft. That's basically how it is. Like, if you're not doing it to serve the Most High, then you're doing it for selfish, egoic, satanic reasons. And, like, witches, there's no such thing as a satanic. There's this fucking book I read. It's called To Ride a Silver Broomstick by this woman, Silver Ravenwolf. And she goes on in the book about, like, giving all these classifications. I haven't changed my clothes, by the way. She gives all these classifications of these different kinds of witches. Green witches and red witches, different kinds of Wicca witches. It's all the same stuff. I mean, it's not all the same stuff. It's just. But then she gets to the category of satanic witches, and immediately these don't exist. Get the fuck out of here. course they do. By saying they don't exist, you're just showing your own ignorance, because that's literally what witchcraft is. It's a form of Satanism. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Just own it. Don't be a fucking liar. Just own your shit. You hate God, and you'd rather serve Satan. And what does that even mean? Like, who's Satan? Like, Satan's within. I said Yetzirah, right? I said that's my Yetzirah. Yeah, Yetzirah. That's my Satan. That's my inner Satan. Satan is as much as an internal force as he is or she is an external force. When Satan's a he, he's called Satan. When Satan's a she, she's called Lilith. Jews, they're not even allowed to say Lilith. They can't even say the name. Other one Jews. Ever see Harry Potter? Ever read Harry Potter? Voldemort, he who shall not be named. That's how they treat Lilith. But the thing is, like, if you don't, you're giving her power. They don't say the name because you don't want to give her power. But at the same time, by acknowledging her, by not acknowledging her, you're giving her more power. Because you're saying she's too powerful to say her name. Like, just stop. Stop being a fucking idiot. And the irony is, like, all the other one Jews, like, they're waiting for someone like me. But meanwhile, in order but they're waiting for someone like me to rise up in their own community, which is never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen because their rules, the rules and the laws that they impose on themselves, actually have boxed them into this little corner. Like, out of here. That's why I study Jewish law. Because in order for the guy to come to power, he has to follow certain protocol. But where Jewish law is all based on interpretation, technically we could read Jewish law and then just reinterpret it a different way. Take the same law and just reinterpret it. All right, Shema, the Shema prayer. O Israel, our God is one, our God is Lord. You got to do that 2 times a day. Once in the morning and once at night before midnight. Now, technically, you don't have to do it before midnight. Technically. They only say that you have to do it before midnight to prevent you from missing the window. But now here's the thing, right? They're making it like clockwork. Like, you have to do it this time and this time. If we read Torah, the law even says, don't make a habit out of this shit. Like, don't do that. Like, these fucking jabronis, they do the thing that they're told not to do. It like fucking drives me nuts. That's why I try to be as self-righteous as I am. Because it's like, everybody knows that Jews are like the most fucking self-righteous motherfuckers of all the motherfuckers. So I try to be more so self-righteous. I actually had a Jew tell me once. I had another one Jew. He told me, you talk like a drunk preacher. Yeah, motherfucker. Because someone's got to do the goddamn job. I can get into preacher mode. I can do that. But it's like, it's because I'm calling out the fucking hypocrites, because you can see the hypocrisy in it, and which is like the fucking worst thing that you can do. So annoying. But it's part of the job. Like, I can't not do it. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Is like, I can't really expect anyone to understand it, because unless you're doing it, unless you're experiencing it, like, you don't know. Like, I would bet there's shit like someone like Elon Musk, right? Like, there's aspects to Elon Musk's job that if he told you about it, like, your head would explode. Like, what the fuck? You have to do that? Yeah. Oh. See, my other thought is, something else that I'm working on. No, it's not that I'm working on. I'm just doing it. Is yesterday I was talking about this book I read, Jewish Wisdom for Business Success, right? So essentially, what I'm doing is with my legal entity, Torah law is the bylaws. So the institution, the organization itself, is governed by the raw, uncut laws of Torah. So it's basically like the spirit, the soul of the kingdom of Israel is infused into the toxic order. Because my plan for it would be to build like a... I don't know how it works. I don't know how it happens. God doesn't show me everything. I don't really think about stuff. I just do stuff. I just trust that the pieces are going to fall into place. No, but my thought is like a whole new fucking civilization. That's a breakaway civilization. That's how I look at it. I'm trying to figure out a way to start using Torah law so that I can bypass state and federal law. Did you know that in Torah, God promotes drugs and alcohol? I didn't know that. There's like an annual celebration. I think I believe, if I remember correctly, it's the festival of the first fruits. It's the feast of the first fruits. It's delicious. So you gotta. It's like a big community thing. It's like every year. It's supposed to be every year. So the way it works is like what you do is you save like the firstling of the lambs, the first issue of the calves, right? And you bring the first of your fruits, literally the first of the harvests, the first fruits, and the first of the wheats, and then like you go to this big community banquet and everybody fucking feasts. It's supposed to be a lot of fun. There's a stipulation, there's a clause in there that goes like because it's got to be in a very specific location. But if it's too far for you to bring all the animals and all the stuff, if it's too far for you, what you can do is you can convert all your shit to money, right? You can take your little animal sacrifices and you can sell them for money. But that money has to be used at the festival. And when you get there, there's gonna be vendors, right? So you can buy another cow that you want to like contribute to the feast. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But what it says is, you can even use that money for I quote, for wine and or any other intoxicant of your choosing. So that means you can get high as hell. And God's like, go for it. Get fucked up. Have fun. Because there's community rules as well, right? So the community itself, it runs on like 7-year cycles. I love all the procedure. It's like oh my God. So every 7 years, it counts as a cycle. And then every 7 rounds, every 7 cycles, right? So 7 years is one cycle. Every 7 cycles is called a Jubilee year. Right? So 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, right? So the year following the 49th year, so the first year, the 50th year, which would be the first year of the new Jubilee cycle, it's like a redemption year. All the slaves get to go free. Everyone who has debt, all debts are forgiven. Like literally, if you have a debt, and it even says, like, it's very specific too. If someone comes to you for a loan, and you see that the Jubilee year is coming, you can't deny them. You have to give it to them. You can't be a stingy fuck. And that's literally in the law. Like, you cannot be a stingy motherfucker. Like, if it doesn't matter if it's the Jubilee year, it doesn't matter if it's the fucking the end of the year or the first year. If someone comes to you and they need a loan, there's like an actual need, you have to do it. There's no like, oh man, sorry, that was my last cigarette. Nah, nigger. Give me the one that you're smoking. I mean, it's not like that. It's not forceful, but I like all the rules. But now here's the thing: it's like in those 7 years, like there's other cycles too. So how do you do it? So the 7th year of every cycle is this is interesting. But that's the thing too, is this is like an agrarian society. So it's a lot of like farmers, people growing grain, wheat, vineyards, wine. Oh my God, I would love a fucking vineyard. But the idea is like on the 7th year, every 7 years, right? The land itself must be given a Sabbath. It's called sabbatical year. Every 7 years. Which means you cannot plant, you cannot sow, nothing. You have to literally let the land like revitalize itself. It has to have 1 full year off. But how does everybody eat? That's a great question. That's a really good question. This is where bitachon comes into play. So on the 6th year, as long as everybody did their job right? As long as you followed all the rules. So every year we got to do the festival, right? But it's different every year. So the third year is only for the poor people. The 4th year is full of donations. You got to do all donations. You got to donate. It's called tzedakah. Nigga, you got to give and give till it hurts, and then give more. You fucking donate your money till you get that sick feeling in your stomach, and then you got to give more. Because the idea is, the more that you give, the more that God's going to give you back, so that you can give fucking more. But it's got to be legit. You can't be doing no schemy shit. Not like this. Not like these fucking places today, where it's like you donate, and then 90%... or 10% of your fucking 1 cent donation goes to fucking the actual fucking people. Nah. This shit goes actually directly to the fucking the needy. And specifically the needy, the people who don't have anything, the child, the fatherless, and the widows. I mean, this is all like within that's how it's supposed to be enclosed within the Israelite community, but those things don't even fucking exist. I'm trying to figure out a way to make this work with just 2 people. Why? Because you do it with 2 people and then it spreads out from there. You gotta be the idea is not, you don't push your shit. You don't push anything on nobody. You don't tell anybody what to do. You don't tell nobody that they're doing nothing wrong. Man, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. You'll figure it out on your own. You'll figure it out on your own that you don't know what the fuck you're doing. But that's the idea, is like, people watch, like, what the fuck? Why are these motherfuckers are doing great? Yo, what's your secret sauce? Oh, my secret sauce is my Lord Hashem. And a great sex life. And from there, other people are like, whoa, can you share? Yeah, here. Because sometimes donations don't necessarily mean money. Sometimes it's just fucking sharing your fucking wisdom. My ancestor, King Solomon, he said, seek wisdom and understanding like you would silver and gold. Don't be a fucking miser. Don't worry about fucking money. Money ain't gonna save you. All that silver and gold, all those dollars and cents that you're collecting, where's it gonna get you? It can get you nowhere. At least the wisdom and the fucking understanding and the discernment. At least that you can put that to work. You can do anything with that. And niggas used to come from all over the fucking world just to listen to King Solomon talk. Especially the Queen of Sheba. Queen of Sheba loved King Solomon. She would bring him treasures and presents and all these beautiful things, and just to sit there and listen to him. But that's the idea too. It's like all right. There's a good example coming to mind. Thank you, Hashem. There's a story of Jesus, how he fed 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, right? How the fuck did he do that? He did it in 2 ways. Well, one, he didn't do it. He didn't do shit. Jesus didn't feed nobody. God fed everybody. God made the magic happen. But there's another way of interpreting that, of observing that. Because, one, that level of magic, that's a little much for people. It's still hard for me to grasp that one. Like, I try to believe it. I try to go, like, yeah, no, I believe it. And still, there's that part of me that's like, I just don't understand how, though. And that's the problem, is like, you have to take the literal aspect out of it, which is hard, because if it's too hard to understand literally, you got to look at it figuratively. Right? So try to imagine that in the story where he turns 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes into enough to feed 5,000 people. So try to imagine that's soul food. It's not literal bread and literal fish. Wisdom and discernment. Bread. The idea of bread, it represents the wisdom, and the idea of the fish is understanding, discernment. Like, you take a little bit of soul food. You feed a fucking million people with a little bit of soul food, right? Right. I'm talking some wisdom, right? I would agree. I would agree that I'm talking some like wise stuff, some meaningful type of stuff, right? Soul food. We can publicize this video. People can see it. And what they end up doing, like, we could feed 8 billion people with this. I'll only do it if you tell me to. But if you tell me to do it, I'll do it. Otherwise, it's going unlisted. But as soon as you tell me to publicize it, I'll publicize it. Or you can publicize it. I don't really give a fuck. I make this stuff for you. I give all the best stuff. I give all the best stuff to the lady. No, nobody else wants it. I mean, I barely, I don't have any kind of like, I only have God's word that you want it. So it's like, oh, my back. I'm already at 1 hour and 20 minutes. You know what's funny is, like, I was preparing to come out here before, and I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I only got 2 hours. Only 2 hours. Yo, man. What did we do? We did one video yesterday for like 2 hours, and then last night I went back out again around like 7:30, almost 8 o'clock. I got to upload that video. I mean, it's uploaded right now, but that video was like fucking 3 hours long. We walked all the fuck around. We went everywhere. But if you scroll through my YouTube channel, like, there's fucking hundreds and hundreds of hours of me just doing that. I usually come here. It's my pedestal, my soapbox. And there's a dude over there, but there was a dude over there yesterday while we were doing this, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I don't give a fuck if people hear me. It's not like people would even understand what the hell I'm saying. Even if people did understand what I'm saying, they wouldn't get it. What are you doing? No, I'm looking at my naked body. You're naked? No, I'm not naked. I was looking at my skin. Touching my skin. Why? I don't know. I kind of want to. Because I like to look at myself. I like to look at myself. I don't have like a chiseled physique, but I do like my. I do got a fucking caved in chest though. I got a hole in my chest. No, I'm just trying to debate what to do. We can walk home. You know what? What time is it? That's a good question. This song is still fucking playing. Never Again by the Crimson Ghost. I love this song. Makes me think of you. Is there any songs that don't make you think of me? Nah. Yeah, let's start walking back. There's a message coming to me. We'll keep this for posterity. There's a message coming to me that when we get back by the house, Marco's gonna be there. My neighbor Marco, and I'm gonna ask him for a cigarette. He's gonna give me one. And then I may not make it overtly obvious that I'm fucking standing there with my camera recording, but now Marco, you like money. You have money. I need your money. I need money. Marco's teaching me how to do options trading. Yo, that dude, you gotta have a lot of patience for that. But options trading, that's actually something I think I want to get into. I wish I had the money for it. I wish I had the money for it. Because what he does is, so you have to have 100 shares of a stock. Now, mind you, I don't know much about this. Like he knows a lot more. He took some classes, and I like to ask him about it. Like if I bum a cigarette off the dude, like he's an older guy, but like he's a cool guy. Like I talk to him when I walk by, and he's cool. Sometimes he'll throw me a shalom, 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 my friend. So shalom. It's like saying assalamu alaikum. Walaikum assalam. If anyone ever says to you assalamu alaikum, the proper response to assalamu alaikum. I was in the store one day with Josie. One day. We were working, and a lot of black people and Muslims. So this dude, he comes in and he buys some shit, and then he was cool. We got along. I got along with everybody. But when he's leaving, he's like, yo, assalamu alaikum, bro. And it caught me off guard because, ain't nobody said assalamu alaikum to me before. Like, that was cool. But I know, I just know the proper response. When someone says assalamu alaikum, you say malaikum assalam. What does it mean? Peace be upon you. Peace be upon you. And peace be on you as well. Essentially. Shalom is kind of the same thing. Peace. Perfection. Shalom. Now, there's two ways you can do it. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. What I've learned from Rabbi Jesus is it's a little bit different. When you're greeting somebody, when you're greeting someone, shalom. When you're saying goodbye, shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Double perfection, double blessings. Thank you, Hashem. And memories are all we can cling to. It's all like it's all magic. That's really what it is. We live in a magic universe. It's just that we're tricked. We're tricked into believing that it's not. You forgive me. Like these are all like magical words that hold a lot of power to them. I don't know. It's like it seems silly to even do that. Like you kind of feel like you're biting on a community, like cultural appropriation. That's not what it is. That's not true though. That's not a real thing. There's no such thing as cultural appropriation. If you're feeling something, there's a reason why you're feeling it. Remember, like think of it like this, right? When I got my genetics test done, right? This is a really good example. My genetic ancestry shows that I'm like 80% Italian. Okay? But check it out. Because there's a shit ton in there. It's not just Italian. There's a shit ton. Not so much of a mutt, but the Italian one's like the most, 80%. The further back we go, the smaller the percentages are, technically. My bloodline, just like everybody else, it's not like they said, we aren't new. Our ancestry goes all the way fucking back to the first fucking humans. It's not that I'm 80% Italian. Where did my family live before Italy? Do you have any idea? Because it's not like they started there. It's just that the higher the percentage, if you want, the way that I'm seeing it, the way that it's shown to me, the higher the percentage, all that is that's the closer we are to the current history. It's not that you're any more this than that. It's just that right now, because your mom and your dad were from this place, your mom and dad came from people that are from this place, so that's going to be the most predominant. Something that I was talking about this before, right? When I was working with the Mia Magic stuff. That first ritual we did involved like ancestral work. And I've done ancestral work. I have a whole book on doing ancestral, connecting with the ancestors. But where your ancestors are, your ancestors are in you, motherfucker. Holy shit. All your ancestral DNA, like it's muscle memory, it's genetic ancestral memory that lives within you. That's why you'll notice yourself going through karmic events, or even like karmic events in your own life that might mirror your mom or your grandmother, your grandfather. Like any kind of unresolved trauma that your family has comes down to you. You'd be surprised, maybe not, how much of your baggage isn't even your baggage. The only reason that baggage is your baggage is because nobody in your family fucking dealt with it when they had the opportunity to. They said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna leave this one I'm gonna leave this one for my granddaughter. I'm gonna leave this one for my son. I'm gonna leave this one for my nephew. Fuck it, I ain't dealing with this. This is too hard." Don't be a fucking asshole, Miss Kim. Don't let your shit get passed on to your kids. Deal with it. That's what I did. I don't have a relationship with my son. because I'm too busy taking care of the shit that I don't want to fucking leave on him. Because that was a big reason why I didn't want to have kids in the first place. I didn't want to have children because I wanted to kill myself. Because because I didn't want to pass on my shit to them. This was the thought that went through my head, is I got poison in my blood. That's where all this depression comes from. There's something wrong with me. If I have a kid, I'm gonna put that shit into that kid. Fuck that. That's not right. But I'm also a fucking 11, 12-year-old kid at this time. Blue Christmas without you. I don't want to put that shit on a fucking kid, you know? Thinking about you. I don't know if I'm singing good. Shades of red on my Christmas tree. Serenading you. If you're not here with me. Elvis? Yeah, of course I love Elvis. Elvis has been a part of my life since I was a fucking child. You got Blue Christmas on your regular playlist. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, I didn't, back then I didn't know that it was possible to actually, like, heal this stuff and to make it better. And now I know. Now I could see the benefits of all the work that I've done. I mean, it's like, yo, ma'am, I'm doing the same walk for fucking 6 years. I'm getting tired of it. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, despite the fact that my life is just basically a one loop, just loops and loops and loops and loops and loops, I mean, no 2 days are really ever the same. That's one of the perks. That's a perk. What are you gonna go do now? I'm gonna go home. I might put my jammies back on. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go back in bed. I'll tell you that. Well, no, I was thinking about maybe taking, I don't know, like, last night after I got home, I was beat the fuck up yesterday. And this morning, I woke up, I brushed my teeth before, I was getting dizzy. No, but when I got home yesterday, I was just like, I think it was just fucking, you walk around for 2 hours and then another 3 hours. Like, I did 5 hours of walking yesterday. So yeah, I was fucking beat. But I'll give it to me. Like, I kept going. Cause I had those 2 posts I did last night. Cause I've been working on I'm working on that astrology book, the Book of Air, which is bad the fuck ass. Matter of fact, you know what? That's what we're gonna go do. Well, it's intellectual porn. Basically. That's how I look at it, at least. What's this? Then we're gonna fucking hit me. Don't walk in. It's a red light. So, I love intellectual stuff. Because it like, I don't know. It makes my brain feel like it's coming. Does that make sense? Like, it's like a brain orgasm. Like, I can feel, like, this sexy deliciousness. I feel this sexy deliciousness that, like, runs up and down my spine. Should I ask this lady for a cigarette? this guy's just stamping. This is fighting. It's mad. But yeah, that's what it feels like. Especially when it's something like, yo, dude, just fucking ran a stop sign, dumb fuck. Too busy looking at me. Niggas didn't even slow down. I don't know. I completely lost it. Yeah, it's intellectual stuff. Like I don't know. It's just like last night we finished up Gemini, and we moved into Libra. And for you, I would recommend following along with all that stuff. And mind you, I let my ego fucking go. But that's my own. It's got to breathe. You got to let it inflate and deflate on its own. My Lord acts as the regulator to make sure it doesn't pop. My ego don't pop no more. Because what happens is, like, once your ego gets so big, you start thinking you're a god. And once you feel like you're infallible, that's when the creator comes and like, oh yeah, I'll show you. Pop. So that's why the way I roll with it is I let my ego go as hard. I get it big and bloated, gorged as possible. And then I invoke the Lord. Thank you, Hashem. And he brings it all the way back down. Because the idea is, like, your ego gets so big, like, you forget that there's shit that's bigger than you. But ego management, ego resource management, I don't know how to call that. Who taught you that? God? I don't know, a lot of this stuff there's no books written about this stuff. Why don't you write a book about it? I thought about it. Well, I am. It's like, I literally am. I have 170, 180 books. I know, they're journals. But you gotta understand, they're written. That's the point. It's not like they're not written. I'm not just like jerking off my time not doing anything about it. You feel me? It's just not in a conventional package that people want to pay for. And maybe that's why God wants me. Maybe that's why God wants me to marry you. Because you'll know things I don't. You'll be able to see things I don't. You'll be able to have ideas that I don't. Because I can't think like you. I'm not you, you know? I mean, technically. Not that I'm aware of. But I'm not saying that we don't share a soul. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's like, you're like a missing puzzle piece. You feel me? Alright, I'm like fucking tired, man. I like need to. God damn it. Alright, we're doing it. Lance, I did about like 5 hours yesterday. I'm like, yo, this dude saw me right now. He fucking. As the mailman. I'm friends with everybody. Here we go. Watch. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna feel bad. They told me don't feel bad. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, what's up, Eric?
God, to trouble you for a cigarette, sir.
I don't care.
You don't care. How? What's the best way to ask?
Huh? Give me one.
Give me one. Yo. Hey, guy. I'm taking a cigarette.
Whatever. What do I see?
How's the thing going?
Actually, the market's down, which is great for me.
Yeah.
Because, hold on a second.
Yeah, take time.
Gotta find one more thing.
Last week, I'm assuming you closed out?
Well, the ones that were due to close out, yeah, they closed out.
Yeah. And what, you got 2 weeks left on those other ones, right? On the 15th?
Yeah, but I wrote 2 the other day.
Yeah.
And I'll show you them in a second. They're fun. I'm losing money on them, but that's okay.
Okay. but for you, losing money is either you make money or you make more money, right?
Yeah.
Or are you actually going into a red zone?
Well, no, not really, because if you think about it, a red zone for me. You can open up the door. Sit down if you want. I bought 200 shares on Tuesday of Donald J. Trump stock.
There's Donald Trump stock? Or Trump Industries?
No, Donald J. Trump, Truth Social, the media company. He bought out media company.
Oh, that was like years ago, right?
Just like X, yeah. He bought them out and he turned it into Donald J. Trump.
Oh.
Okay, now.
Like a social media thing?
Yeah. It's called Truth Social.
Oh, shit.
So if you want to say anything and not worry about what you say and not be slapped for what you say or you've violated the terms of service.
Right.
Yeah, that's... So...
Interesting.
The options that I wrote out on it aren't even on the board anymore.
Take
I
advantage
bought
of
it at $48.
Okay.
And...
You got 200 for $48.
No, $4,800 for 100 shares.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I bought some at 48. I bought some at 49.
Okay.
Okay. I put the sale price at 53 and 54, I think. That it has to hit $52 and $53.
Okay. Within a month?
No, within 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks.
Yeah, I got paid $1,300 and $1,400 for the contracts.
Okay.
Okay, so that means my cost on it is like 30-some dollars now.
Okay.
All right. They're no way gonna go back up to 52 and 53 by November 15th.
Right.
So the next contract I'll be writing is for the 29th of November. And I'll get paid $1,140 or $1,145 for the same contracts I just got paid $1,300 and $1,400 for renting them out for another 2 weeks so some guy can sit there with his newspaper. Okay, so that means I got paid $2,700 and I get paid another $2,300.
Okay.
So that in itself, just from the rents.
You just paid it all off.
Well, no, I just paid off one group of 100 shares.
Yeah. That's dope. That's a lot of goodness right there.
So, yeah, I want it to go down.
And that's just over the course of 2 weeks.
That's over the course of 2 weeks.
And then you're just gonna take that money, buy another 100.
Well, I'm going to do something with it.
Something.
She kept bitching at me. I made $1,300 today. I'd like some of that to go in the bank so we can pay bills. I said, I got the bills covered. I would like to pay off bills faster. Okay. So I took, what did I take out? I took $1,300 out, my 401k.
Okay.
Now this is where it gets interesting. Because it's in my 401k, they can't charge me capital gains tax.
Right.
Okay, so the $1,300 I took out, I had them hold the normal 20% withholding tax from the government. And I don't have to pay the 4% capital gains on the money that I just took out.
Right.
November 18th is going to be an interesting day for me. Because I have 37 options expiring on the 15th. And right now, only one of them is in the money. All the rest are out of the money.
Okay.
So that means I will be writing 37 contracts from anywhere from $1,100 to $20 or $30. And all that cash will just be sitting in my account. 2 weeks after that, I get to write them again.
It's a good game.
It's a fun game. I showed it to your mom.
Oh yeah? How she must. I'm sure she liked it. She liked the idea of it.
Well, I showed her. This is how you make money. History. Here. History. Yeah, and with that other 1,400, yeah, I bought more shares of another company. And
Keep it going.
well,
Just keep cycling it.
Just increasing it. So let's see. Trump. I bought it for $47.30. Okay. I sold the contract for $1,325. So $1,325 came in my account 2 minutes after I bought it. Okay. Donald J. Trump. $48.20. I bought 100 shares. Immediately sold them, and I got $1,239 in my account.
Like that.
Like that. So I spent $9,000 and I got $2,700 back. What?
A good system. So, man.
Lumen Technologies with some of that money that I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought another 100 shares for $657. Immediately sold that right into the market for $23. Okay, some of them you make a lot of money on. Some of them you don't. Here, I spent $1,280 on Lightbridge. I got back $195. Okay. This is a terrible thing, Hal. And that's all from money that I got paid for renting out Donald J. Trump.
Nice. This is an awesome system.
This is why I paid money for classes.
Oh yeah. How much were the classes?
$150 each.
Alright, so they weren't even that bad.
I've already made back more money than I paid for the classes. Triple.
That's what's up.
Triple. And now, as you see, my market value is down $1,800. Great for me. No, it is, because here. Donald J. Trump, a contract for $52. A contract for $53. Donald J. Trump is down to $35. So that's got to go up $17 and $18 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In order to do that. And I just showed you the contracts on it. They're still paying $1,100 and $1,200.
Right.
So, okay. It works well for me. This one here, I'll close at $22.99. I bought it at $19 and $20. Okay, I have my strike price is $5 more than what I bought it for.
Okay.
So 25 and 24. And they paid me, forget what I got paid on that. I got paid $215 for the contract.
Okay. Which then lowers your cost per share.
Well, I paid 19 minus 200 means 17. I paid 20 minus $2 means 18. And I have them set to sell at 24 and 25.
Right. And if they don't hit that,
watch, rinse, repeat.
wash, rinse, repeat.
So that's why I said the 18th is going to be a very interesting day for me. I should be able to bring in about $4,000 or $5,000 that day. And I'm only going to put them out for a 2-week term. And then if they don't hit, 2 weeks later, the 29th of November, be able to write them out for the 15th of December. Another 2 weeks. And I should be picking up anywhere at least between $3,000 and $5,000 every time I do this every 2 weeks. But in the very beginning, every little bit of money that I got, I did not take any of it out.
Right.
Went right back in to buying more stocks of different varieties to generate more revenue. Because the secret to this is having options to write out. The more you write, like I said, there's a couple options that only pay $2, but they're only $1 something stock. But it's Tilray. It's a Canadian pot company, never going to go anywhere. All right, so it's $2. You do that by 10. Now you get $20.
Right.
Keep buying more shares. Eventually, because they're only $1.68 a share, so it's only cost you $168. So the secret there is volume. It's never going to go anywhere. So if you get yourself 1,000 shares,
you got 100 options that you're renting out. What was it? $10 per?
$2 per. So I mean, you rent them out $200. Every time you rent one out at $200, you can buy another 100 shares and just keep
stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking
and stacking.
Yeah, and then you just have basically just a money fountain that's just
you know that money tree that's in the back of your yard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it here. Now you can know where there's a money tree. Just saying.
It's a beautiful thing.
I mean, just to think, 6 months ago I was buying NVIDIA and holding it and slapping a newspaper myself. Well, it's just I didn't have 100 shares. I couldn't write a contract on it. So it's not doing me any good. So I sold it all at a profit. And I started rolling it into these. That's just this account. And I got this account.
When you say account, it's like different trading service, right?
Well, I have now 6, 7, 8 if you include my crypto.
Okay.
Now see, this one here, that's my individual account. I just started a rollover IRA account because my money that's sitting in my Harris account been at a negative for the past 4 years. I keep throwing money in there and it keeps taking money away from me. So I took $15,000 out of that account and put it in this. It's going to go into this account as soon as I get the check. I'm going to mail them off the check and they're going to deposit the check into this account. And once again, it's an IRA. So that means all the money I make is tax-free. And then I can withdraw. Now imagine this. I put $15,000 in there. That's almost enough for 5 Trump contracts at $1,200 each. That's $6,000. That's enough for 2 more contracts. That's $8,500. And then I'll get another $2,400.
Now I'm just trying to imagine now, like, where does the next steps go?
Huh?
Where do the next steps go? Like the next class? Because you said there's like another 5, 6 classes.
No, he's going to do class number 18th on the 16th of November. But some of these classes I don't like.
Okay.
I mean, this covered call option is a guaranteed win-win. Can't lose.
Right.
Unless the company goes bankrupt. Okay? And then even then you have the chance of it when they declare bankruptcy, just to bail out and salvage whatever you can out of the position.
Mm-hmm.
Which for me, with the Trump stock, okay, if I have 200 shares and on November 18th I get paid that money again, I've only paid for 100 shares. So if it starts tanking down real low, all right, I sell the 100 shares. The other shares, whatever I get for them, I've already paid for. And I'll roll them into another position that's not as volatile. But I mean, I'm going to put $15,000 in here. By the end of the day, I'm going to have $21,000.
Right.
Just saying. It's not difficult because this account here, I only started that with $9,000 less than a month and a half ago.
And it's already up to 12. Doing something right.
Just was taught how to do this.
Taught how to do it right.
I mean, okay. I want to see this account. Rocket Lab. I bought it for $9.36. They paid me $100. My cost is $8.36. And by November 15th, that's got to drop 71 cents. Otherwise, they're going to buy it. So that means I'm only going to make $164 on that trade.
Only.
And that means there'll be $1,000 cash in my account to play with.
Right.
Okay. Lunar. I bought 5 contracts. They paid me 95 cents a contract. That's $475. For it not to hit $8 by November 18th or November 15th. It's down to $7.82. So now here we go again.
The guy. You motherfucker.
Okay. And I'm going to venture to say no matter who wins the election, because the stock market's so pumped up right now, there's going to be a massive correction. So that means all of these prices are going to go. And now all the gamblers that lost, I got to get it back. It's got to rebound. Don't matter who's in office. I don't give a fuck. I just set the prices higher by a couple dollars more than I bought them for.
Right.
So you paid less rent. But on the other side, if it hits, I get paid more capital.
Okay.
So either I make money or I make more money. RX, I bought it at $6.32. They paid me $40 to rent it out to the 15th for a $7 strike price. Oh, it's only $6.43. You're 53 cents out of, or 57 cents out of the money. Come on, get your newspaper, boys. Just saying, Lightbridge. I paid $6.65.
Okay.
Okay. I set the strike price at $12.50.
Okay.
Okay, so that's $6 gain, $600
Yeah,
gain.
that's $100. That's 100% gain. 100%.
And they paid me $45 for the privilege of saying it's going to go there. So that means my actual cost is $620, and if it hits, they got to pay me $1,250.
And if it doesn't hit, you just keep everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's lovely.
And here's Tilray, the pot stock. They're at $1.60. I'm selling them out at $2. They pay 10 cents. So they pay $10
Yeah.
every time you write them.
But eventually that $10 starts to
Well, if you write 10 of them, what's $10 times 10?
$100.
Okay. So there's where your volume comes in.
Yeah.
Okay, Lumen. I bought it for $6.78. They paid me $51 to rent it at a $9 strike price. It's at $6.43.
And this is one of the ones that's due on the 15th.
Yeah,
up on the 15th.
most of these are due on the 15th. I got a Lumen due on the 8th. I got another Lumen due on the 15th. Got another Lumen due on the 8th. I got a Lumen that's due March 21st of 25. And I have a Lumen due the 20th of June 25. So I'm 6 and 9 months out,
Okay.
roughly. Yeah, 6
Now
and
the
9.
longer ones, the ones that are like that, do they
Okay.
pay more?
Well, it paid me $150 for the one that's 6 months out.
Okay.
Paid me $152 for the one that's 9 months out. Upfront, cash to me. The one that they paid me $1.49 for, the contract value now is only worth $1.20.
Okay.
So if I wanted to pay them $120, I could buy back my contract and make $32. But the longer the time, there's a time value associated with this. The longer you go out, the more the increase of what you're getting paid. Like Lumen that I wrote for the 8th, I got paid 63 cents. Yeah, I got paid $1.52. But this one I can write more frequently.
Right.
And probably make more money on the short term, boom, boom, boom. But I wrote those 2 long ones out because I needed $300 to buy something else.
Right.
So I sold them out long specifically for the reason that I needed that money to buy something else.
Okay.
Because I was a little short on cash. And I will not open up a margin account. Margin account you have to pay interest on.
Okay.
If you borrow money from the stock market to buy stocks, you have to pay interest just like a loan. No.
Yeah, no. Absolutely not.
That don't happen here because once you get into that, once they get their claws into you for margin, you're fucked.
You're fucked.
Because if that stock goes down or the stock market takes a shit, yeah, now you're on a hoof for like 8 or 9% on that money, compounding daily. I borrow nothing on margin. But I'm just saying, I mean, this one is going out next week at $6.50. He's 7 cents away. Paid me $63. I paid $6.29. Now my cost is $5.66. He got to pay me $650. It's a fun game.
I know. I like your enthusiasm. That's why I like asking about it.
I'm just saying, it's a fun game. Show me how it's bad. It's not bad.
No.
It just works. It's very easy. And I mean, you see it. You're watching it happen. You're seeing what they pay me. This is a little different. I have to open these up. View my profit and loss. Geez, I only have $421 on that stock. Sorry. Sorry. Lumen. I made $433 on that stock. It sucks.
It's a beautiful thing.
Just saying.
All right, my friend. I need a glass of water. Thank you as always. Appreciate you.
Just making money. That's all I'm doing, making money.
Oh, yeah, my friend.
Share the wealth, share the knowledge. As Bruce said today, get off your lazy fat ass, you Americans, and start making money. Because it's not hard.
Right.
I had a professor from Princeton call me yesterday to pick my brain about this.
Really? Very cool. How'd that go? Awesome?
He took 2 pages of note in our hour conversation.
Yeah?
So well, when you're ready, before you do it, just put the money in there and then I'll walk you through it step by step so you can see how it works.
Yeah.
Once you do it 5 or 10 times,
It's like clockwork.
that's it.
You got a money clock. All right, my friend.
No, I got a money tree.
Money tree.
I got a money tree right here. I found it.
Congratulations.
3 years, but I found it.
Hey, man. It's 63. As good as 1.
Yeah, but
The point is you found it.
right now I want to share it.
All right, my friend.
Hey, Derek.
How's that? That's what I was telling you about. We're at the house myself. Oh, nice. Nice. Now I get the house to myself. So high. Oh man, I would kill for some fucking pot right now. What do we got left on this? 2 hours and 11 minutes? Alright. Yeah, everyone's out. Mike went to work, Chris at work. My mom went out with her friend. They're doing some Halloween stuff tonight. What's that? Oh my god, I can smell the pot. My neighbor, she smokes, so sometimes like the whole fucking street. Dog? Alright, let me see. Is there anything for me? Probably not. Nope. Nope. I'm fucking thirsty. But I want to see what's in this bag. There's a bag of fucking leftovers. I gotta see what this is, because this might be my dinner tonight. What is this? What is that? A goddamn sandwich. What kind of sandwich is this? Oh, that's not a sandwich. Oh, that's salmon. Oops, never mind. Can't eat that. Right? Because it's not my sandwich. Hopefully it'll be something good for me, but it's not. It ain't nothing. What's in here? Shit. What is that? Bugum. Scallops. Don't touch that. Avocado. Nah. There's some beef here. I don't know. It's just, it's kind of, it's been sitting there. I hate when shit goes to waste. Donut. I ain't eating that motherfucker. Ain't mine. You like honey? I love honey. Like, I love honey this much. This is how much I love honey. There's Fern brushes on them. Oh my god. I fucking love honey. Dog. Cat. My room smells like pot. Better than what it could smell like. Now, the lady next door, like, when she smokes pot, she's cool as fuck. But yo, when she gets high, god damn. Like if you were in my room right now. Alright, so I guess this is kind of meta, I guess. Is that video done? What's a cool title? Spicy talk. Or let's talk some shit. Yeah, so that was Marco. He, as you can see, he takes this shit seriously. I fucking know everybody. Everybody knows me. Cause I talk to everybody. Cause I'm just like, why not? Give a shit. Has a view? That means you must have watched it because, well, no, that might have been me when I copied it over. Whatever. Alright. The video's got 2 views on it. Look at that. Alright, so that one I gotta put on the group. So I'm gonna close this one out. Because I gotta put this video on here. Start copying this over. And I don't know, I might go out again. But I'm fucking like, I'm beat. I know you were just walking for 2 hours and talking. You don't shut the fuck up. No, I don't. That's why I'm gonna turn this off and then I'm gonna start uploading this video. But then I'm gonna hop on to see like how he takes his shit seriously. That's how I take my shit seriously. See? So it's not like how do I put it? It's not. I know like I said, I'm doing this for you, but I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for my Lord, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. Because it's fear training. Get the fear out. You know, it's like walking over hot coals. Like once you get over the fear of walking to hot coals, then what happens is all your other fears in life that are underneath, that are less scary than walking over hot coals, it all fucking goes away. You can do amazing things that you're like, oh shit, I didn't realize I could do that. Yeah, now you can do it because you walked over the hot coals. Now you got superpowers. So this is like the same thing. So I'm gonna hit stop on this and I'm gonna fucking do back to my other shit. Once I take a nap. You know, I'm thinking about chugging this coffee and then making another one. Actually, you know what? You know what we can do? Look at that real quick because fuck it. I have coffee, but I like taking things that aren't mine. This one is this is Death Wish hazelnut fudge. Oh, it's so fucking good. Death Wish makes some good shit. I like Death Wish coffee. I just started drinking Bones. I don't do the Keurig though. I'm doing the Keurig now, but my Death Wish, it's like I use the other coffee maker. Cause the fucking cups on these things, they're so small. They're so small. But look at my mug. My mug. Like, see what's in here now? That Keurig one. It's not gonna make that big of a fucking difference. It might fill up the cup just below. Stop being so snuggly and cute looking. Talking to the dog. So, I don't know. I'm thinking I might have to make like unleavened bread tonight. Cause ain't nobody home. Ain't nobody fucking making me dinner. So normally what I do to eat, like if there's nobody home, what I'll do is I get real fucking I go in here. I look for anything. Anything. Some spaghettis. What is that? See, like that right there. That drives me nuts. This bread has been. Who knows how long that bread's been sitting there? It's been sitting there for at least a day. Ain't nobody touching the goddamn bread. If I didn't find that bread, thank you, Hashem. If I didn't find that bread, it'd be going to waste. And then I don't know what the hell this is. Christopher comes home with these fucking snacks. Like, I feel bad because I eat a snack sometimes, but it's like there's days like they ain't nothing. You know, sometimes what I like to do, panko. So what I'll do is I'll throw a little bit of panko in my bread mix to get a little spice. And then I've also stopped using salt. I've been using MSG. Christopher came on with an MSG, so it's like, fuck it. And I understand why people say MSG is so fucking dangerous, because yo, the taste difference between salt and MSG is so big. It's not difficult to put a shit ton of fucking MSG in there because it's got good flavor. I know, I'm just a human moment. We're having a human moment. What's your room look like? It looks pretty much the same. Like, this is a big pile of books. This is my next notebook. We got the tarot card still there. So, fuck ton of pens. See, I gotta shoplift pens because I don't have any money. So usually what I'll do is I'll go to Walmart and I'll just fucking jack up all those. It's not a mess, believe it or not. Normally, all of these, typically, they live underneath my pillow. But, as you can see, I'm running out of space. These a cool story behind those. I didn't buy those. On my lunar birthday, on the Scorpio. Oh shit! Right, that was fucking. Forgot about that. On the first quarter Scorpio moon, which happens in Leo season, that's when I was born. That's my birth moon. So on the day I was born, there was a Scorpio first quarter moon. So I celebrate my lunar birthday on my own. That day I went out for a walk. And I took this long ass route, right? So it was during, like in the middle of the summer, there's a holiday. Well, it's not really a holiday. It's not a holiday. It's actually the opposite of a holiday. It's called the 3 weeks. And what it is, it's 3 weeks of mourning. It's mourning the destruction of the first and second temples of Israel because they were both destroyed on the same day. About 1,000 or so years apart. But on that day, like the last 9 days of the 3 weeks, it's supposed to be like mourning. You're not supposed to be doing anything fun. No like haircuts, no weddings or any kind of shit like that. So the last 9 days is like when it gets really intense. And it's a good day just to feel like shit about stuff. And I did. Like I was just like I'm bawling like every single day. And the last 9 days, like you have to cut out music too, technically. So I found a loophole, thank you Hashem. And the loophole was I couldn't listen to music for 9 days straight. So what'd you do? I listened to fucking audiobooks. When I listen to audiobooks, because I have Audible, I got a shit ton of books on Audible, but I listened to them on 2 times playback. So what ended up happening was I listened to fucking like 80 hours worth of books in fucking 9 days. All day, every day, I got fucking books playing. And one of the last books I read was the 24 Rules of Power, 24 Laws of Power. Which that book alone on regular playback is 24 hours long. A fucking long ass book. So over the course of fucking 2 days, I just fucking listen to it straight all day, every day. And on my lunar birthday, I was finishing it up. The video is on here, as a matter of fact. If you scroll through the video library, there is a video from my lunar birthday, and I went out. I was sitting home. Well, what ended up happening was I went out for a walk, and I decided to take this crazy route. And I ended up in Birch Grove, and I went this big, long fucking route that I don't normally take. And as I was coming out of Birch Grove, I was walking up on this dude who was walking in the same direction. But I'm like, fuck it, I gotta get past this dude. He's walking too fucking slow. So as I'm coming up behind him, he didn't hear me. And I got the book playing. And as I'm trying to like sneak by him, I freaked him out. And he fucking turned, and he's got a fucking joint in his hand. This fucking guy. His name is Joseph. And he's like, oh shit. It's like, don't mind me, man. He's like, no, you want to hit? Yeah. Well, here, just take the whole thing. Just take the whole thing. Really? So it was like it was a little bit less than half of a fucking pre-rolled, but you know, I got high as fuck. So I came home, I was doing all my writing. It was a fucking good day. So then that night I was feeling it just because I was high and I was like in a really good place. And it was like day 9 of the 9 days. So it was just coming up to the end. And so I went out for a walk up on the bike trail and I was recording the whole thing because I had this feeling like magical shit was going to happen. And on one of my rounds, the bike trail that I walked last night, on one of the benches, I saw those 2 books. And one of the books, it's called The Everything Box by Richard Kadrey. And he's one of my favorite authors. So when I saw that, I'm like, yo, it's fucking 10 o'clock at night. These 2 books are just sitting on this bench. Technically, as a Jew, you're not supposed to be doing shit like that to other Jews. So I figured, like, what are the chances? I don't think a Jew is going to be reading those books. So I'm going to take them home with me. This way nothing bad happens to them. So they don't get stolen. I didn't steal them. My intention is to read them and then put them back where I found them. And then trust that the original owner is going to walk by and find them. Yo, I'm fucking, like, dizzy as fuck. Oh, okay. It's a bit of cough. It's good. Okay. Let's get started. So, wrap this up. Bye-bye.